Hi everybody, this is Chris, your sermon sidekick, and today we're going to talk about 4 sermon shapes. Now, no matter what style of sermon you like to preach, whether you like to get really loud or you like to preach softly, maybe you like to use a lot of different words, or maybe you like to preach really short sermons. It doesn't matter what style your sermon is. If you want to be a more effective communicator, you need to start out with one of these 4 sermon shapes every single time. So what are the 4 sermon shapes? We'll stick around and find out. When my wife and I built our very first house, it was in one of those subdivisions where you walk in to the office and you choose one of their 4 basic floor plans. Now, you don't get to choose your own. You don't bring in your own floor plans. You've got to choose one of their predetermined floor plans. But then you put your own spin onto it. You choose the color of house you want, the type of brick, what kind of floorings and fixtures you want, whether you want granite countertops or not. But you have to start off with one of their basic floor plans, one of their basic structures to their house. You add on your own style to make it uniquely yours, but you've got to start off with one of those 4 basic shapes. And that's what I'm talking about when I talk about the 4 sermon shapes. These are 4 basic structures that any sermon can take. And if you want to be more effective, you start with one of these and then you add your own illustrations, your own applications, your own unique way of speaking to make it yours. So what are these 4 sermon shapes? Well, let me go through them. Number 1 is this. It's the question and answer shape. Basically, what you do is you start by asking a question. This should be a question that they've already asked. Your audience wants to know the answer to. And then you spend the rest of your message answering that question from the Bible. For instance, maybe the question is, why should I give money to the church? A lot of people have that question. You start with that question, and the great part is you've already pulled your audience in. This is a question they've been asking, and they want to know the answer to. And as you're answering it, they're trying to think of how you're going to answer it. So the benefit is it draws your audience in, and it gets them excited. It's a question that they want to know the answer to. So that's the first basic shape, the question and answer. Number 2 is this, the problem and solution. Start with a problem. There should be a problem that many people have, and then provide biblical solutions to that problem. This is a great way to use a Bible story to preach and to share ideas, okay? Because let me explain to you how this would work. Maybe the problem is broken relationships. So now you can use the Bible story of Joseph and his broken relationships with his family and with his brothers as a way to show us how to deal with those same problems in our lives. Now this is great because it's so relevant. These are problems that everybody has. They're common problems. And by providing solutions, you're helping people through their problems. The third one is this, goal and steps. Goal and steps. Start off with a goal in mind. This is the goal everybody wants to achieve, or this is the goal most people here want to achieve, and I'm going to show you the steps on how to get to that goal. Maybe the goal is how to get a better job, or maybe just be better at the job you have. Maybe the goal is just to have more purpose in your life. The goal can be just about anything. But as you give them the steps, what happens is you're empowering your audience to achieve the goals they want to make their lives better. You've already hooked them. It's a goal that they want to achieve, and now you're showing them and empowering them on how to achieve that goal. Goal and steps. Finally, number 4 is this, the truth and why. Truth and why. What do I mean by that? Here's what I mean. Don't just share a biblical truth. Tell me why that biblical truth is important to my life today. For instance, we know that a biblical truth is that Jesus is the eternal Son of God. He was, is, and will always be around. He is eternal. But how does that help me on Monday morning? So give us the truth, but then break it down and show us why that truth is important to our lives come Monday morning. When you do that, you're making that message relevant to your audience every single day of the week. So if you start off with a strong structure, one of these 4 basic sermon shapes, then you are going to be a more effective communicator every single time. Hey everybody, thanks so much again for watching Sermon Sidekick. Look, if you found this video helpful, and I hope you did, but if you found this video helpful, the only thing I'm gonna ask you to do is share this with one other friend. Just click on the links below and share this video. You can also go to my website, mrcolvin.com. You can find me on Twitter or Facebook as well to see some of the other things that I'm doing. But again, if you found this helpful, please just share this with one other person. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.